I think a stop loss for me is absolutely essential. I'll go into every trade saying to myself, what risk am I prepared to take on? Where is the market going to be to prove that I am actually wrong? I'm creating a fundamental and a technical strategy which I combine to give me a positive expectancy. But I'm often wrong. As a human being, I feel like I have to be right all the time. But the reality is, I'm often wrong. I'm very happy to admit that. But I come to a point where I say, if I'm going long, if I'm looking to buy an asset and the asset doesn't do what I want it to do and actually goes down, where is it effectively that says my analysis is wrong? And if the market trades through there, I want to be out of the trade. If it goes up, fantastic. I might look to add to the position, or I might take profits depending on what the market conditions are, the price action and bits and pieces. But there has to be a point when you say, I've gone into this trade because I expect it to do this. If it does this, then I'm wrong, and I'm happy to admit I'm wrong. It's when you see people holding on and burying their head in the sand and the market continues to go lower and lower and lower, and they get to a point where they say, oh, I'm having sleepless nights now, because they should have taken that loss off, and they say, oh, I wish I'd done it there, or maybe I'm just going to wait for the price to go back to break even. You've got to go into every trade, in my opinion, saying to yourself, well, this is my analysis, this is what I'm trying to achieve through the trade as part of that trading plan. But if it doesn't do what I want it to do, this is the point where I say I'm definitely wrong, and that's what a stop loss to me represents. Where to place your stop loss and the circuit breaker effectively within your position is something that you have to get used to. There's no doubt about that. I mean, we will always see people going, I don't use stop losses at the moment because every time I use a stop loss, it stops me out at the low and then the market rallies back. So I've decided not to use stop losses. And then you see a big event, in which case the market continues going lower, and you would have done much better if you had a stop loss in that situation. So it's something you have to be very comfortable with and acknowledge, you know what, I may actually put my stop in the wrong place, and of course that's where identifying where to place my stop is absolutely key. How far below a previous level of support? What's the range that we've been seeing in the markets, the volatility, and I think placing that situation. But of course, when you're looking and you're adapting and learning how to place a stop loss and create that circuit breaker for your accounts, there will be periods where you feel that you've been stopped out, or you see that you've been stopped out of the low, and you lose faith in those mechanisms. It's something that you'll have to get used to.